Are you live? Well, we're going to get kicked off. Oh, there you are, Star.
Here I am.
Yeah,
See, that's a
yeah,
good omen.
yeah, yeah.
So, how's everybody doing on this here?
All right, so we're going to welcome everybody to our virtual village 2020. We are pleased to kick off what now seems to be our seventh week of bringing great culturally affirming literature and reading and family time and village time and support time as we continue to deal with a little bit of our social distancing in the midst of the, I guess, what now seems to be a slow reopening around some states around the country. But you don't need to reopen here because we've always been open and we've always been live and we've always been going, and we're about promoting great literature. And so my name is Rodney Jordan, proud to be someone who's an active member of our community here based out of Norfolk, Virginia, serving in a lot of different capacities. See, I have our great leader and founder of Clever Communities in Action, Star Armstrong, is back on the screen now. And I'm going to turn things over to Star and let her welcome you to our virtual village 2020. So, Star, how are you doing today?
Hey y'all, hey, I am doing well. Back on the scene, crispy and clean. Glad to be here. I missed my villagers. I missed everybody over the weekend. So good to come here and convene with you guys around wonderful things such as culturally affirming literature, around community and love. It's our literacy gang, and we are in effect. We have some wonderful readers this evening. I hope you all had a great weekend. And I believe, Brittany, you were talking about some of the changes that are going on. There's always changes. That's what the life that we live right now is. You wake up every day and you just find out what's going to be going on, and we roll with it. And throughout all of this, we have created a wonderful community here, and we are excited to have you guys here with us every night, Monday through Friday. Rodney, is this week seven?
Seven, week seven.
Wow. 7 weeks,
Week
y'all.
seven.
That's legit family. Wow. Well, it's great and it continues to grow, and we have some exciting updates. I know we keep saying that to you guys, but trust and believe, we mean it. Like, we mean it. There are some new things on the horizon that's just going to make things get even more exciting and informative and fun for us. And again, we're gonna go get on into tonight, and we have some wonderful, wonderful readers coming up. Now, our first reader coming up is a young lady, a young girl who we all have grown to know and love. Her first visit here, she just wowed us with her personality, her strength, her confidence, everything at the young age of 10. I'm still wanting to see some ID from the family because they say she's 10, but I'm like, are you really 35? Because you're a 35-year-old who found the fountain of youth, and that's just what it is, because she is bringing the confidence and we love it. She's a wonderful reader and just a beautiful, positive, strong personality, just a jewel and a gem, a wonderful addition to our literacy gang, our literacy community. And without further ado, we are going to bring on Miss Shania.
Hi, Shania.
Hi there, Precious. How are you doing?
Hi. Well, how are you?
Doing well. Glad to see you. How was your weekend?
It was good.
Good, good. Glad to hear that. So, what book do you have for us this evening?
I have the book Skin Like Me by Latasha Perry, illustrated by Bea Jackson.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I happen to I've spoken to Latasha before when we were in Flint doing work. She contacted me in regards to her books, and I am so proud of her because She is dedicated to this cause of this culturally affirming literature. And since then, that wasn't even a long time ago. Her movement, her books, her series of books have taken off like wildfire. And so it's such a pleasure to see that you have selected to read that tonight. We are glad to have that as a selection. And of course, we are always glad to have you as a reader. So we are going to step away and let you are the star of the show right now. So we're going to step away and let you do your thing, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Skin Like Mine by Latasha Perry, illustrated by Bea Jackson. Skin like mine is quite divine. In fact, I'd say it's one of a kind. I wouldn't trade for any other shade. I love my brown skin. Oh, where do I begin? My sister and I are both shades of brown. Me like peanut butter, and she a hazelnut spread. Both creamy and smooth. If I had to choose, it'd be hard for me because both are so yummy. Skin like mine is really neat, sort of like a brownie treat. Dark chocolate brown, so tasty and sweet. I love my skin from my head to my feet. When I look at Grandpa's skin, you know what comes to mind? Caramel. That's it. A touch of golden brown, drizzled on top of your ice cream. Ooh-wee, this is making my tummy hungry. My best bud in the world. Sean, we're like cookies and cream. When we're together, our skin color doesn't mean a thing because we know it's what's inside that matters the most. Color should never keep two people from being close. Imagine a world with one hue of color. How boring would that be? I don't know about you, but I like variety. Like a bag of lollipops, each bringing a different splash of flavor to my mouth. If everyone was the same, wouldn't that be a shame? Skin like mine is quite divine. In fact, I'd say it's one of a kind. I wouldn't trade for any other shade. I love my skin. Oh, how I love my brown skin. The end.
Excellent as always. You are such a phenomenal reader.
Thank
Everybody
you.
give a hand to Shania. It's always a pleasure to have you come on to read, and then we're always excited about what selections you're going to choose. So that was great. Now, let me ask you, do you have a little library there?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. And do
They're
you
big books, they're chapter books.
Some of them are chapter books.
Okay. Well, if you ever want to read one of your chapter books, of course we can't do the whole thing, but you're welcome to come and read some excerpts and we can kind of, start at one point and read a few pages and then if you wanted to come back and, leave everybody in suspense and then come back and pick up where you left off, this is our village. So that can happen if you want to, okay? If you have a chapter
Okay.
book Yes, as long as it's an African American children's book, you are welcome to do that. Okay, would you like that?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, great. Look, I love that look of excitement on her face. I know what that is like too when you at that age and you're like, "Ooh, these chapter books." I was just talking about that earlier. Do you have any favorite chapter books?
I'm reading this book called President of the Fifth Grade. It's
President of the whole fifth grade. Yes. And then there's president of the whole sixth grade too.
oh really? Yes,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yes, that's a good one. That you got good taste in literature. Yes. Rodney, did you have anything you wanted to say to Shania?
So Shania, remind us who your camera person is behind the scenes there.
My grandmother.
How's she doing?
She's doing well.
I'm okay. I'm not photo ready today.
Okay. Yeah, we knew you were there. I just wanted to acknowledge you. So how are things
Yes.
going with you?
Everything is going well.
Yeah, and tell us about how much you enjoy supporting Shania in her reading and in her literacy.
Oh, yeah, I really do. She actually is she actually likes to read on her own. I don't have to do any motivating. She'll just pick up the book and start reading. We're in the store, she'll pick up boxes and read ingredients and stuff like that, where we have started doing some cooking. And since we're in school now, we're doing measurements. So I do a lot with her in the kitchen. So she's learning her measurements and stuff like that. So
Yeah, well, as you say that, you're reminding me when my mother would take me through the grocery store and would always have me read and analyze the labels on the store, so you can tell whether or not you're getting 3 cents a pound or 4 cents a pound
right,
and all of that.
right.
So it's a good way, like you said, not only to practice your literacy skills but also practice your math skills. So
And
thank you for what
also
you're
when
doing.
we're cooking, like I would ask her, why do you think we use egg? Why is egg needed in this, recipe? So we know eggs do what?
Makes the food stick together.
Right, like in cakes and cookies or yeah.
So
Meatloaf.
here's a question: when we are free to roam again, might you guys we might come through and try some Shania baked cookies.
Hmm. Or baked macaroni and cheese.
We'll have a virtual village potluck.
That's right.
That would be wonderful. Some way we're going to convene, you guys. Just look out
Yes.
for that. At some point, we're all going to see each
Right.
other. So just put a pin in that. We don't know when, but it's coming up because
Looking forward to it.
yes, I'm looking forward to it as well. We got some necks to hug and some, stories to share and to just meet
Mhm.
each other in person. So look out for that. It'll probably be sometime in the summer, but it's going to happen. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. Thank both of
Thank
you.
you. Thank you for
Shania
having
for
me.
coming up to read and for Grandma for all of the love and attention that you are putting into her. And it's always a pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
You are very welcome. And
Every
you're a part of this.
night she looks forward to this. She gets on and lies. She says it's 7 o'clock. Yeah, every night she is looking forward to this.
That's all right. That's what we want. That's all right.
Every
You
night.
know what I'm looking for? My
Oh, your Kleenex.
Mhm. She enjoys watching other readers read, being positive. Like I could be in the room laying down. She'll say, "It's 7 o'clock. We gotta go to Clever Communities." I'm like, "Oh, girl, go ahead on." Yes.
Well, you just made my whole week. What a
Yeah.
wonderful it's Monday. What a great way to start the week.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for sharing that with us. So glad that you feel that way, Shania. You are welcome anytime, sweetie. You know that. Get on that list anytime you want to, and we love seeing your comments pop up. And I'm so serious. You just gave me life. Like I'm a coast all the way through the week, knowing that. Okay. Well, thank you so much, and y'all
Thank
have a
you for having
wonderful
me.
evening. And
You
we
too.
look forward to having you back, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Good night. I'm happy. That was so wonderful to hear. That is what this is all about. And to know that our young ones are excited to come up here. And then the village that is so welcoming. I know that Shania is going to go back and read the comments that you guys shared up here for her. So we're just affirming each other, just showing love to each other and proud of our young people and proud of the way that our families are coming together and how we are supporting each other as a family. So it's just a beautiful thing. And to get that message from her grandmother that that's how she feels, that is a big part of why we're here. So I love it. I love it. I'm really going to take that energy with me throughout the rest of this week. Let's see. We have some comments we can go back up here and grab. We got some, hey, Shania from Jamar. Linda said, great job, Shania. And Bridget from Flint says, great job, Shania. Readers are leaders. Bridget, Shania actually read Latasha's book. That's what I don't know if you caught it, but that's the book that she read. So Bridget is from Flint as well. So, and the book, the author of the book that Shania read is from Flint. Cleveland, how are you doing? Great day to you as well. Always glad to see you here. And Bridget says CEOs read 2 to 5 books per month so they can improve as leaders. Keep it up. Great job, sweetie. Just wonderful, encouraging words from the village. And I know I saw Tanya. Tanya says, that's awesome, Shania. And then Cassandra is giving us a shout out from Norfolk. I'm in Norfolk too. Rodney's in Norfolk. Norfolk's in the building. How you doing, Cassandra? And there's our girl. She said, thank you for the love. There's our girl. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, with that, oh, Rodney, did you have anything?
I just wanted to go back and reinforce again what Shania's grandmother was talking about. You know, when you're in that grocery store, read those labels. Have the child read the labels. Have the child do math problems, figuring out comparing one item to another and determine what's the best value. And I just think it's every opportunity that we get to promote literacy and to promote math is something we should take advantage of. So, you know, I know we're still social distancing, and so you may not be in the grocery store together, but when the opportunity presents itself, you know, there's never a bad time for us to take advantage of promoting literacy and mathematics and other skills with our children. And so, you know, kudos to Shania's grandmother for not only doing that, but being her camera person and her coach and her audience and her cheerleader and all of that. So we always say this is a family affair. So want to make sure that we salute and promote our families while we're up here.
Definitely, definitely. And some more love. Tiffany is here. Yes. And Danelle says, awesome job, Shania. Proud of you. The officiator has spoken. And Cleveland says supporting the youth is essential. And that's what you all are doing. Like everything is it's just coming full circle to hear that our young people are looking forward to reading again. When you all show up and leave those positive words, that means so much to them. Thank you so much for that. Just a wonderful thing. So now we are going to move on to our next reader, who this is the first time that she will be joining our virtual village, but hopefully it will not be the last. She is an author. She has a nonprofit organization. She is in the process of working on her master's degree. And she's just an all around phenomenal sister who was excited to come here and share her book, which is very, very fitting to our mission. And we are just excited to have her. So without further ado, we are going to bring on Miss Fiona Sharon Huff.
Hi.
Hi, Fiona. How are you?
I'm well. How are you all?
We are doing well. So glad that you are joining us this evening.
Thank you. This is really exciting. This is some great work that you all are doing.
Thank you. Thank you. And let's talk about this great work that you have, this great literary work that you are about to share with us.
Well, it dates back to 14 years ago. While in New York, my daughter at the time was 6 years old, and I asked her to draw a picture of a black girl looking at herself in the mirror. And she found this paint program on Microsoft Word. And when I saw what she had drew, it immediately the words started coming. So I initially is it was the poem came about, and so 14 years later, it was time to put it in a book form. And so my daughter, she's 12 now, and she's in college herself.
Wow.
So it's amazing, 14 years ago. And so now I have something that's going to empower young black girls to love themselves.
Excellent. Excellent. And is there anything else about you that you would like to share before we get into your book?
When you look back at my life, everything's consistent about the empowerment of young ladies and girls, and that's just who I am. I'm a walking, talking empowerment person. So yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we can't get enough of that. That is wonderful. So, do you mind sharing the title of the book with us so we can see which?
So the title is Mirror Mirror Standing Tall.
Okay, okay. And are you ready? Oh, Portia's in the building. Portia is here. We appreciate you referring such a wonderful, wonderful reader to us, Portia. So, are you ready to read, Fiona?
I'm ready, and I'm ready. It's a short read, but it's potent. So yeah, I'm ready.
Sure.
It's
Oh, I like that. I like that. So we are going to step away and let you
okay.
do your thing, okay?
All right. So here's what the book looks like, and if you notice, there are four black girls on the cover. It was important that I have black girls that girls could see for themselves. So let's get started. Mirror, mirror, standing tall. When I look into you, I know I'm the fairest of them all. I'm a smart black girl and confident too. If you can notice their stances, these young ladies have so much personality. I can do anything I put my mind to do. Only I define who I will be. I don't look for validation in anyone but me. I'm phenomenal, spectacular, and adjectives as such. I have a high self esteem and I love me so very much. My present is perfect. My future is bright. When people see me walking, they bask in my radiant light. My glow is almost blinding, sometimes even to me. That's why I'm especially proud to be nobody but M.E. And that's it. Short, sweet, and to the point.
That was great. Wonderful. We love that. Now you had me right at it was important that I had black girls on there that black girls could see. Right there, I was like, I'm in.
Yeah,
So that was very inspiring, very powerful. It's very phenomenal woman esque, if I can
yeah.
say that, if I can
You
add
know,
something.
I mirror, mirror, standing tall. I call it the Black Girls Anthem. So it is to the Black girls what "Phenomenal Woman" by Maya Angelou is to us as Black women. So I connect to that, and it is the anthem. That's what I look at it as, because it's saying whether you have short hair, long hair, my complexion. I always laugh when I say this. I'm all chocolate,
Oh yes.
and my daughter is caramel delight. Okay, so
We in all flavors, all the spectrum.
but
Yes.
it's about loving the skin that you're in, and embracing who you are from the inside, and knowing that you are worthy, you're valued, you're here, you're present, you matter. And when you walk outside your door, step into your power everywhere you go. Hold your head up high at all times. I even tell my pre-K students when we're talking, look me in my eyes. because when you can look a person in the eyes, they pay attention, they know you're serious, they know that it's important for them to hear what you're saying. So always, always, I don't care if you only have $1 in your pocket, if whatever, you are worthy, you're supposed to be here, you have the gift and the talent, and you're cute.
All of that. Yes,
Yes,
definitely.
ma'am.
I agree with you. You said a word there, and that's so important. And definitely always making sure that our little ones and our older youth, are given that eye contact, that we affirm them, that they are confident in who they are, and that they hold their heads up high. And as you spoke to, my saying is onyx to beige, black is beautiful in every shade,
All day.
all day.
Hearing I love it.
And
I rock it. I rock it. It's just it's a beautiful thing, and so when we encourage them to have a strong self esteem when they're little, when they're older, no one can tell them any different. People have, again, my daughter's 20 years old. People have followed her on social media from the time she was 6 years old, and so they still call her Lady Clara, and they call my son Sir Isaac because they are royalty. And and so I tell her all the time, your last name is Huff and it carries weight. So if you're feeling down, you're not feeling enough, listen, you're a Huff and your last name carries weight.
okay, okay, that is so true, Rodney.
So you said some magic words a moment ago, pre-K students. So
Yes,
you're a pre-K teacher.
yes, yes, yes.
So tell us a little bit about being a pre-K teacher in the midst of COVID-19 shutdowns.
I will say, first of all, I am blessed to still be in a position to teach because a lot of centers are closed. Mine is still open. We have this 10-person rule in each classroom. So there can only be 10 people, including the teacher, in each classroom. So what happens is whoever, like when I come in the morning, I'm getting the school age kids. So once they reach their capacity of 10, then I take my students and we go to my classroom, and then whomever trickles in after they come into my class. So right now, I have sometimes a mixture of from 3 years old to maybe like a sixth grade, only because they sometimes the school age kids come to the after school program, and so those parents who need to work, they bring their kids in. So I have a mixture that I'm dealing with, but I'm proactive in terms of my approach to teaching. So I may be working with one of my 3-year-olds who just came over to my classroom. They potty trained, so we're working on ABCs. I may have one of my students, she's about to go to kindergarten in the fall, and she's mastered her sight words. So now we're working on reading. So it's, we're blessed. I'm blessed to still be teaching. It's, you know, sometimes we have a full house. Sometimes we have like today only had 3 students in my classroom, but we rocked it out and we had a good time. In my classroom, because again, I told you I'm all about affirmations, empowerment. I have an I am wall in my classroom that I started at the center, and every month they're learning 10 to 15 new words. So one of the words for this month is uh, is a powerhouse, phenomenal, talented. So although they're only my regular students are 3 to 4.5 years old, close to 5, they're learning these words. And one of my students, he has asthma, so he's home, but he loved me so much that he had his mother to FaceTime me because he wanted to talk to me, and so he knew his sight words, he knew his I am words, and so that's important. So we do a pre-K pledge because I'm big again affirmation. So it says they talk about that accountability, and at 3 to 5 years old they're learning about accountability. So I absolutely love it. Early childhood education is so important, and it my heart when for those parents that don't see the importance of it because it's not required. Early childhood education, pre-K is not required. However, it's so important because for me, see, I'm I don't believe in doing a whole bunch of you want to learn all these things. We learn because when you go to by the time under my watch, you need to be reading. And so that's what I focus on. So I want them to read. So we do sight words, and we have a thing. We be like sight words for the week, sight words for the week, and then they say the words to a beat, and they get excited. I have a pointer, and so each day a different student, they get my pointer, and I am da 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 da. I am, and they're so excited. I videotape them, and we have this. It's like a social media platform. It's called Brightwheel, and the parents are able to see in real time what their students are doing. So I post every day, and they get so excited seeing that their children are learning. So I have a heart for children learning and reading, and so um, that's what I'm doing, rocking it out to empower, and it encourages me, as an adult, because we don't always, feel worthy, but those children, when you walk into there, you feel like former President Obama, like you feel like a star, and they're grabbing on your legs and they're telling you, "I love you," and they're requesting their moms to call you to FaceTime. That means a lot. That means that you're doing something, because I plan to be 75 and fabulous, still hopefully rocking heels. But I want to know that those children that I taught, whether it was a pre-K student or a third grader, or even the young ladies I work with in the community, something that I said that I did resonated in them, and they're able to pay it forward. And so they're able to take care of me when I may not be able to take care of myself.
So I have one more question for you. So as a marvelous, inspiring, motivational, early literacy pre-K teacher, what advice would you have for parents of 3-year-olds to 5-year-olds right now when we're in the midst of this shutdown? I imagine that you are hearing some things from your children about what they are experiencing. What would you want our villagers to take away, both in terms of what they can do to keep their children engaged during this time, or just trying to make sure that the children feel comfortable and at ease during this time?
I'll say this: read, make it a family affair, because children watch what you do in good times and bad and the challenging times. Get a book, sit down, Indian style. Don't be too cute to get on the floor and roll. Get a book and read to them. Have them to read to you. There are even audio books, if they have, of course, access to the internet. There are read alouds and audio books, that you can come across on YouTube. Read, and make it fun. Like I have a cat in the hat, like the big one. Put that on. Just have fun with it, and then also use this time to, because we have such busy lives. We're always on the go. This COVID-19 shut me down, because I'm used to being on the go. I'm not used to just going to work or going to Walmart food line and then coming home. But I enjoy the rest, and I have board games. We have Twister in my house. We have Scrabble, Uno, those types of things. So use this time to bond, because when it gets back to the regular scheduled program, we're gonna get that busy. But this time, it's about family. It's about bonding. It's about sitting still and figuring out what you want to do with your life. So parents, even start thinking about, even though they may be 3, 4, 5 years old, in this time of quiet, think about what their future is going to look like.
Amen. Well said.
Yes.
Definitely, definitely. That was a great word
Thank
for the village and everybody who is watching. We thank you so much for coming here to read, and we appreciate your passion and enthusiasm for literacy for our youth, and not just for literacy, but for culturally affirming literature. We really, really appreciate that. And that energy is everything that our young people in our community need. So thank you for sharing it with us. And you are a fit. So let me clarify this. We are a literacy gang. Okay. So we are a gang, and we convene around a love of literacy, a love of culture, and a love of community, and just love. So you now are officially a part of this literacy gang. So anytime that you would like to come back up here and read, you are welcome to do that. The link that you signed up on,
Okay.
we update that every Thursday night. And anytime you want to come back, you are welcome to do so. We are so glad to have you. And Miss Danelle, our officiator, it is official now. She said, welcome to the literacy gang, Fiona. You have officially been initiated. So it is official now.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Like I said, I really appreciate what you all are doing. I'm excited and I'm down. I have a whole lot of books that I brought back from New York. Books that were my children's when they were little. For New Year's, I went to New York to visit my mother, who's still there, and I brought down a bin full. So definitely, I'll be signing up because I love to read. Let me tell you, COVID-19 don't have nothing on us.
Okay. Okay. Not at all. Not at all. Yes. So again, thank you so much for your time, your energy, for sharing your book and all your thoughtful and informative words that you gave us. And we look forward. You're a gang. You're a part of this gang now. So we look forward to having you back. Okay.
Absolutely. You all take care. I'm going to now get on and do some comments. But I'm here for the rest of the evening.
Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. Well, good night, sis.
Good night, you all.
Good night.
Well, that was great. I definitely appreciate her passion, and it's something that I definitely can identify with. Like, I hang out with her, and we'll just be it'll be an explosion of energy around our children. So it'll be like, did y'all just eat too much sugar? No, we're just super excited about Black children and literacy. That's what it is. So that was great. I really, really enjoyed that. And the message of her book was wonderful. And like I said, when she first told us about her book and the title, I'm like, that is just perfect. It is in perfect alignment with the work that we do here. So great to have this new member of our literacy gang, and also so wonderful to have our precious Shania to come on and read and brighten our day. And again, that wonderful word from her grandmother about that. So if I get a little overwhelmed or tired throughout the week, I'm just going to refer back to that and keep it going. So just love it, love it, love it.
Yeah, it's been a great way to kick off week 7. And I really appreciate the insight and the wisdom and the experience that Fiona was able to share with us. So I look forward to her coming back and sharing some more. It's interesting hearing how, she's still providing support to children and families in the midst of it all, and coming home and being able to be a part of the virtual village and the literacy gang. So, I would love to hear more from her. Like you said, the two of you all together seem to have a whole lot of passion and excitement, and maybe getting the two of you and Portia up here at the same time. I don't know what we're all going to do, but I just love, but I just love, you can hear in her love and passion for children, and her love and passion for reading and literacy and what she's doing, and it's contagious. And in setting up this virtual village, that's what we had in mind. So, like I said, I think it's a great way to start off a Monday. We have some more fantastic readers coming up for the week. And so I'm just glad to be back for week 7 and having this thing going now for all these consecutive days that we've had and all these consecutive weeks. And the gang is still all in, and the audience is growing, and the comments are affirming. So let's just keep the energy going.
Yes, just wonderful. So are we ready to dismiss? That you have any okay.
No,
and we had a fun time on Friday. If you guys if you miss out on Friday,
I'm not going to get us shut down by playing music inappropriately.
It didn't get shut down though. They said it, but they didn't do anything. People do that all the time.
I know.
People do that every day. But we'll have to do it again. That might end up being a Friday thing or a spontaneous thing. But if you guys were not here, we were jamming. We were rocking out to some old school music on Friday. We had a good time. Next time I'll have to have a battle with Mr. Jordan here, song for song.
I remember one thing I just wanted to do a shout out. Over the weekend, Teens with a Purpose had their Slam Fest, and you and I had the opportunity to be judges and listen to some great youth poets and some middle school students. And so I just want to give a shout out to Teens with a Purpose and the young people who participated in the Slam Fest, and just want to encourage our virtual listeners and virtual village to also be on the lookout for we may have some opportunities here to also share some great talents of our young people. But being a part of that Slam Fest this weekend was very great and very exciting, and so it's so much talent out there, on both sides of the brain. And I'm so glad that our Virtual Village 2020 celebrates both sides of the brain, in addition to all the cultural affirming that we do as well. But I didn't want to leave without giving them that shout out and saying how much I enjoyed being a part of their Slam Fest and being a part of
it. Was great. Yes, I definitely enjoyed it as well. They're always doing great things over there. So, with that said, we are going to go ahead and call it a night. You guys, it's been wonderful. Like, there's nothing left to say at this point. We had Shania, we had Fiona, we had all these wonderful comments, all of this love flowing through here. As Rodney said, the left brain, the right brain, both enacted tonight, both stimulated, which is wonderful. And again, the love is permeating through here. So we're just going to go. What a wonderful way to end a Monday. You guys always come through with the win, with the save, with that positive energy. And so with that said, we're going to head on out, and we will see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. And remember, we're also broadcasting on our YouTube page as well. So if you have any family or friends who are not Facebookers, they can go onto YouTube and check it out as well. And can't forget the sign-up sheet. If you are interested in reading, or if you know anybody who would like to read, the sign-up sheet is pinned on our Facebook page. So that means you come on the Facebook page, just go right up to the top, and you can find that sign-up sheet and go right up there and sign up to read. And if you have not liked the Clever Communities in Action Facebook page, be sure to like the page, and be sure to subscribe to the Clever Communities in Action YouTube page as well. So you all have a wonderful evening, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Peace.
Good night.